Hello, I'm Carrie. I'm a 29-year-old vegan from Bristol, and I am doing a challenge alongside my partner who is not vegan but eats vegan with me at home to do a low spend January and spend no more than £100 for the whole month of January across our total grocery spend. So welcome back if you have been following along with the journey. If you haven't, and this is the first video you're watching, welcome. I'm going to link playlist up above so that I can get you up to date with where we're at in the challenge and how we're getting on. But I'm currently at week 3, and at the start of this week, we have £27 and 27 pence left to spend, and that covers the next 2 weeks. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the groceries that we bought this week, how much we've spent, and what we've got left of our budget, as well as talking you through the meals that we ate and giving you a bit of an idea of that. And also doing a bit of a cook with me again, but this time making seitan. Now, unfortunately, the sound on the videos that I have recorded of me making seitan has corrupted. So I've got these videos of me chatting away with absolutely no sound. So I will be doing a voiceover on some of that, but it's not going to be exactly as I'd imagined. So I do apologise for that, but I will be voiceovering along with some muted clips. So apologies for that in advance, but hopefully you'll still enjoy it and find it useful. If you haven't made seitan before, hopefully this will give you an idea of how to do it and how simple it is. So without further ado, I am going to go into the video and show you what we bought this week. So we shopped at 3 shops again this week, which was Morrison's, Lidl and Aldi. So I'm going to start off with the Morrison's items first. Now both of these items were reduced. So the first thing were these Mediterranean style sausages, Plant Revolution. They were down from £2.50 to £1.50, and they are mushroom, red pepper, vegan cheese, various other veggies. So those will be good. Really good deal. We hadn't tried those before, so I wanted to give them a go. And those will go straight in the freezer. And then the second thing that we got were these chips. We don't normally go for gimmicky sort of shake fries, like, we just put paprika on normal chips, whatever. But these were reduced down to 63p, which was a really good deal again. So we will definitely make use of those. And the next place we went to was Aldi to get this plant-based egg. This was £2.49 and just really wanted to give it a go. I think it's quite similar to cracked or Oggs, but I haven't tried this before. It was new for Veganuary, was meant to be in from the start of the month, but I think they had a supply issue or something like that. So it's only just arrived in store. So excited to give that a go. I have seen mixed reviews, so we'll see what we think of that. And the next store that we went to was Lidl. Now, if you don't have the Lidl Plus app and you shop at Lidl, I'd really recommend getting it, because this week on the Lidl Plus app, we were able to save 20% on their plant range, from Mondo plant range. And we were also able to get 15% off coupon for bananas. But the first thing that we got was this orange juice. My partner likes to have these wheatgrass orange juice concoction type things, so we got him that, and that was £2.15 for 2 litres. So that was a pretty good deal and will keep him happy. And the next thing that we got, which was from the plant range, so 20% off, was this vegan bacon. There are 10 slices in there, and that was £1.59 with the offer on the app. The next thing that we got, which was also from the plant range, was this smoked tofu. This, with the offer, was down to £1.40 for 400 grams. You can't beat that price on smoked tofu. That's just the best deal going on that. So very happy with that. Next, we got these bananas, which were down to 56p with the 15% off coupon that we had, which was really good. Next, we have these apples. They're Granny Smith. These weren't on a coupon or anything, but they were on the Super 6 or whatever the Lidl version of that is. I can never remember if Super 6 is Lidl or Aldi. But anyway, this was one of the 6 offers that they had on this week on fresh fruit and veg, and these were only 99p for 6 apples, so that's a very good price, and I think we might go back next week to get some more before the offer ends. And then we have this soya yogurt, which we didn't actually need this week, but this again was on offer for 87p. I've never seen it that low anywhere, so we'll just keep that in the fridge, and if I open it this week, great, and if not, we'll just have to have it next week. Then we got these baked beans, which were only 28p, and these red chilies, which were only 53p. I do just have a late edition here as well of these soft white rolls from the Co-op. These were a midweek purchase. I just needed a roll for a burger, and they were 80p from the Co-op. So, I mean, it's not somewhere we normally shop because it is pricier than anywhere else, but it was convenient, and I can forgive 80p on some rolls. I think that's still an okay deal. So as I mentioned at the start of this video, the footage that I have for making seitan, the sound has corrupted on. So I am just going to be doing a little bit of a voiceover here of how to make seitan. So starting with the ingredients, you're going to need 2 cups of vital wheat gluten. I get mine online on Amazon, but I'm sure health food stores will have it. Holland & Barrett used to have it, but unfortunately don't stock it anymore because that used to be my go-to place. But yeah, I do tend to get mine from Amazon with those vouchers that I get from playing games. Next, you're going to need half a cup of chickpea flour, gram flour, chickpea flour, same thing, does the exact same job. And then half a cup of nutritional yeast. And then the rest is just seasonings. So I will link the recipe that I loosely base mine off of. I tend to add rosemary and thyme for chicken. I add a bit of liquid smoke to give it a bit of smokiness. If I had vegan Worcester sauce in or Henderson's relish, then I'd definitely be adding that as well, but I don't have any in at the moment. I use the vegan OXO chicken stock. But again, you could use vegetable stock. If you don't have that, that works just as well. And yeah, so you're just going to mix all of the dry ingredients together with all of the seasonings as well as the flour and everything. And then you're going to add the cups of stock as per the recipe and make that into a dough. This is not like bread or any baked goods. You do not need to rest this dough, but what you do need to do with the dough is knead it, and knead it probably for about 5 minutes, I would say. You really want to be rough with that seitan because what you'll find is that it will become stringy as you like pull it apart, and that's what you want because that mimics the texture of chicken. Now, I know that some people use the washed flour method to make seitan, which is essentially where you have regular dough with just like flour and water or stock or whatever, and then you wash it underneath the tap or in a bowl, and you keep washing it and keep rinsing it until you are left with just the gluten and all the starch that goes away. But I have heard that that is very time consuming and it's not something that I have time for. I won't be trying that method anytime soon, but I have heard that the texture is really spot on, especially if you're making like fried chicken or stuff like that. So just so you know, if you've tried it and made it that way and it's infinitely better, please let me know because I might be tempted if there's a massive difference, but I haven't heard that there is. Cooking seitan, there's a couple of ways that you can do it. You can wrap it, you tend to wrap it in foil or cling film, and then you could cook it in the oven straight away. There are recipes I've seen that have done that, and I've used recipes like that before as well, which have worked well. I've done it, I think, with vegan beef recipes. I'm not sure if I've done it with vegan chicken, but anyway, there are recipes that you can find that accommodate that method. You can boil it in stock with it wrapped. I've done that method before, and I will say it ends up a little bit spongier than I'd necessarily want. So I prefer the way that I do it is steaming it. And you can do that on the hob and have a steaming basket or in a steamer if you've got one of those. Or what I do, which I find the most low effort way, is I put it in my Instant Pot. So I add a cup of water and then my steaming basket. I lay out my wrapped seitan that I have ready to go, and then I cook it, or steam it on high pressure for 45 minutes, and then I let it slow release for 15 minutes, and then I just open it up. And that is literally it. And then it's fully cooked and you can do whatever you want with it. So you can put it in the oven to kind of roast it. You can put it in the air fryer. You can fry it. You can do whatever you like with it, or you can eat it as is. But obviously you're not going to get like a crispy, crunchy outside. So I do tend to like to cook it first, and that's pretty much it. So I feel like making seitan is quite an intimidating task. I'm sure I mentioned that in last week's video as well. But actually, once you've got the hang of it, really simple and quite low effort. It freezes really well. And if you want it fresh, then I would say like 3 to 5 days in the fridge before you want to freeze it or eat it. Yeah, that's seitan. I hope this helps, and do let me know if you use this recipe, if you find a different recipe, and see how we get on. I think it's really just finding what works for you, what seasonings you like, and how best you like it cooked. I've tried it so many different ways, but I feel like I've got like a good solid base now for how I do it. What we ate this week, starting with breakfast. This is what I had pretty much every day, which was blueberries and yogurt and some banana in there as well, which you can't see. I had beans on toast one day with a cup of tea, which was so good. I have tea every day, by the way. I just don't film it all the time. Then lunches, bacon potato soup with a nice fresh roll. This was delicious. This day I had carrot and parsnip soup with bread and butter. Again, I had this on rotation pretty much all week. I did mix it up this day though with a chickpea wrap and some homemade slaw with some of the cabbage, which was really yummy. And then into dinners, we had this kind of breakfast for dinner sort of vibe, which was yummy. I had a burger, some nuggets and some chips one night when it was just me, which was again yummy. Fajitas, we had the rest of those chips, fajita stuff there. We had teriyaki seitan with rice and broccoli, which was bloody yummy. And then we had the chicken burgers as wraps with vegan bacon and homemade chips. So we're now at the end of week 3. So this week we spent £13.79, and that was actually across 4 stores because I did pop into the Co-op to get those rolls. But that was very much a corner shop, just need something quickly, and wasn't a planned expense. We had £27.27 left of our budget at the start of this week, and we spent £13.79. So that leaves us with a total of £13.48 for the remainder of the challenge, which is week 4 and then 2 more days before we get to the end of Jan. That doesn't seem like a lot for 9 days, some might say, and I would agree with you there. It's not a lot, so we're going to have to be really, really choosy with what we get. In terms of what we've got left in, we have gone through, I would say, the majority of the Ocado order and various other things. So I'm just going to give you a little idea in our fridge and freezer of what we've got left. I'm just going to start with what we've got left in our freezer. I won't open it out the full way, but as you can see, we have got 2 like the homemade packets of stir fry veg, which is cabbage, 2 types of cabbage and carrot that I prepared, so we will have that this week. We've also got 2 bits of the seitan chicken. We have got 4 Richmond sausages left. We have got 5 Linda McCartney burgers left. We have got the meat-free Wellington back there, and then this isn't something that I included in the original video because we were meant to have it on New Year's Eve, but we forgot about it, are these breaded calamari rings, but we're just going to leave those till after the challenge, so they don't really count. In our next drawer, we have got chickpeas, broccoli, we've got the teriyaki, unagi, tempeh, 2 portions of soup, one of the leek and potato and one of the carrot and parsnip. And then, of course, we've got a little bit of Ben & Jerry's left. This is like a tiny bit of the coffee ice cream left, we have taken out all of the cookies and eaten it all. This is looking very empty. We've just got ice. We've got like one portion left of the mince, one portion left of the meatballs, and then we have got some Yorkshire puddings. And then finally in this drawer, we have bread pretty much. So we've got 4 white rolls, tiny bit left of this bread, some left of this one, maybe like half the loaf. We have got blueberries, edamame, butternut squash. No, that's everything. So as you can see, we have eaten through a lot of what we got from Ocado. We've had the chicken burgers now, which were really good, but not £4 good. We had the Linda McCartney pies this week. They are really nice and really reasonably priced. Would recommend them. So we are left with kind of like dribs and drabs. We do have quite a bit of seitan. We've got tofu that we haven't touched yet in the fridge. We've got some of that tempeh. So we'll see how we go. I think rather than do an upfront spend of all of our budget at the start of the week, which is what we have been doing, we are going to get what we know that we need, which is basically fruit and some fresh veg. And then we'll save some, see what we make, and see what we need to get. But I do definitely think that we will have food left over. So I will see you next week for week 4, where I'll share with you what we eat and what we've got to get us through the final 2 days. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, please do like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and tell your friends, share the videos. It's so fun being able to connect with people in the comments who are curious about vegan food, who are passionate about veganism and vegan food. It just is really, really inspiring to connect with others. Thanks so much. Bye.